we've got 15 Indian designers reliving Diane Whelan's suggestions of Why Don't You. The shoot is called Why Don't You, and it is actually, this is taken from suggestions of that Diane Whelan made. We looked at the Harper's BAZAAR archives and picked out, I think, 25 columns that she had done, and then picked Why Don't Yous that we could work with and designers who would embody that Why Don't You. I have to say it took a lot of coordination, and we shot over 3 days at the Lodi, and it's a fabulous shoot. We had Rohit Gandhi and Rahul Khanna doing champagne. Why don't you have champagne cocktails after, you know, tennis or golf?
Champagne during the day is perfect. So why don't you have a champagne glass before a tennis match?
And I think there should be nudity allowed in the tennis match.
Why don't you have a topless match?
Or men or women?
Both.
Wow. Yes, absolutely, champagne cocktails. Why don't you, you know, wear comfortable clothes?
Why don't you go to work in your silk pajamas for a change? Not that I wear silk pajamas, but yeah, why don't I buy silk pajamas, wear them to bed tonight?
We had Sunit Verma, you know, waving a tablecloth with fashionable bombos.
Why don't you just do as you please? Why don't you wear color? Why don't you decide that you want to live the life of someone else for another day or another evening or another night? So I always say, you know, dip into what you have, old scarves, beautiful shawls, clothes that you inherited from your family, and match them with interesting things. I love art form. So, you know, whether it's a beautiful paisley or graffiti for that matter, why don't you take graffiti as an art form and wear that on your sleeve?
We had Tarun Tahiliani talking about the importance of black. We had Abraham and Thakur saying, why don't you realize the importance of black and white?
Why don't you throw away all the color and live a black and white life?
We had Namrata Joshipura taking dogs out with yellow leashes as they do in Paris, well, at some point. And Malini Ramani rejecting, you know, red roses in favor of 12 diamond roses, which we have to say were a little difficult to get.